Good morning. Whew. Happy Monday. Oh man. Good morning. This is. I need to nail down an intro. You're listening to Gearing Up. This is the Everyday Carry podcast that anyone can listen to and enjoy. My name is Greg. I'm your host. And this is the Monday morning commute. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na. I'm just kidding. I don't watch SportsCenter. But anyways, good morning. It is Monday. It is February 24th. So we're closing in on the end of the month. And let's talk about the weekend. So, excuse me, a few things to update on. My mom came into town. She was in town all weekend. And that was super fun. Haven't seen her in a bit. We did some DIY projects around the house and built some things and a lot of shiplapping and things like that. So that was fun. Oh goodness, my back hurts. I have been sleeping like hot garbage for the last 2 or 3 nights or 4 nights. But yeah, so she was here. We went shopping a bunch, and oh man, I'm next level exhausted. But it was super fun. So there's that. What else? Lots of new stuff in the world of everyday carry. Let's think of a quick collection update. So my knife collection is very much slimmed down. I'm down to really 1 or 2 knives, and that's it. I am rocking the McBee from Spyderco and Jonathan McNeese. That is my primary blade now. It's enough for what I need, and it's just once you get a feel for the action and how to flip it properly and all of that, like it's just a fun knife to carry. So the McBee is getting a lot of pocket time. I also have my 84 millimeter, a Bantam from Brassworks, and knife-wise, that's actually pretty much it. I'm just kind of rotating. Well, I mean, I rotate between. I carry either the McBee or both of them. Like today, I don't have the Swiss Army knife on me, but I'm really enjoying just slimming down the collection and really honing in on the stuff that I like and want to carry and makers that I want to support. So that's what's up with the knives. I did get a flashlight. I know my last episode, or one of the more recent episodes, I talked about wanting a flashlight and kind of going through those and kind of my nitpicky. And I actually had a few people reach out and say, hey, you should check out this, you should check out that. And one guy I was talking to, he said, hey, I've got a Preon Mark III in copper if you're interested. And if I could make a perfect light, I think that the Preon in brass would be like my go-to, but unfortunately they don't offer it in brass. They've got like the black, the copper, and the brushed nickel, I want to say. And those are all fine, but I think I want brass. Well, he said, I've also got a Prometheus Beta QR2 or QRV2 or whatever the model number is, and with the pocket clip, but it's a twist on. And I thought about it for a couple of days, and it was like, okay, would I rather have all of my checklist but it's copper, or all of my checklist except there's no tail switch? And I thought about it, and I've had a Preon. I know what I'd be getting, and I ended up deciding on the Prometheus, the Beta. And I've got to say, I've carried it for I told you I was exhausted. Don't hate me. But I've carried the Beta for a couple days now, like 4 or 5 days, and I really enjoy it. It's a good light. I like the light. I love the build on it. Like, the construction's great. It's plenty bright. It's super simple to operate. So, it's got all of that going for it. So far, the one thing that's not going for it is I just don't know if I'm a flashlight guy. I don't know if I need one. I can count on one hand the number of times I've genuinely thought, oh man, I wish I had a flashlight. And usually when I think that, there's my cell phone. So, anyways, I'm not going to talk all about flashlights all day, but we'll see. I'm making the effort. I'm making the attempt to carry it, and I've got it today, and we're going to see how it goes. But honestly, I don't know that it's going to stick around. Not yet. It hasn't been life-changing for me just yet. We'll see. Again, I'm giving it the old college try and carrying it for a little bit, and we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, so that's what's up with my flashlight situation. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot new. Yeah, I know I'm kind of boring, but that's, if you guys are listening to this, you should know that, and know that I'm a boring person. Anyways, lots of good feedback on the last commute episode and the first episode. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I just can't stop yawning today. Lots of good feedback on the first episode of season 3. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing this rhythm. I like doing these on Monday. I think this helps me shake off some of the tired and some of the grouchy when I get into the office. No breakfast this morning mostly because nothing sounded good because I was grouchy, but also because I don't know, I just wasn't hungry. Yeah, so, this weekend, so on top of DIY projects, so we I don't know if you know what shiplap is. Until my wife started talking about it, I'd never heard of it. So we shiplapped some things. I'm sure I'll post some pictures eventually, but we did that. And then I actually made, so a while back, Tom Medvedich, notorious EDC, posted these photo backdrops that he, not backdrops, but like, it's like, I think they're like 14 by 14 or maybe a little bit bigger, but they're just squares that are like wood or textured or whatever, and they're designed for like, to be like backgrounds. And he found them from this company that made them, and that was great. I don't want to spend the money unless I knew it was something that I'd like and use. So I thought, well, let me try to make some myself. And I actually have I had some shiplap left over from the last shiplap project. Good God, I don't know why I'm saying shiplap so many freaking times. But I had some pieces of that left over, and then I also had some old fence posts, or fence boards. I guess they're not the posts. I don't know. Anyways, fence wood. And so I thought, well, let me make 2 different variations, and we're just going to see how they go. And the fence one ended up being about 14 inches tall and 4 fence boards wide. I don't know how wide they are normally, but it's pretty wide. I think it'll be really useful if I'm trying to get like a bigger shot. And then the other one I made is 3 shiplap boards tall. Good God, I don't know if that means anything to you. I think it is roughly 14 by 14. And the fence posts I put together on kind of, what quote unquote frame, and those are pretty much done. Now I did feel extra crafty, and I got some of the old rusty nails out of some of the boards, and I used my grinder to cut them off and grind them down, and so they wouldn't stick out the backside. But I don't have empty nail holes in my pictures. All the nail holes actually have nails in them, so check out those details if I ever post, if I ever actually use them in post. And then for the shiplap, after it was all assembled, it's white. Like we bought it painted. I mean, it comes like Home Depot sells it painted white. So I hit it with some blue, some green, and not just straight on blue. Like it's, I don't know. Anyways, a variant of blue and a variant of green. So I did a layer of blue, let it dry a little bit. Did a layer of green, let it dry a little bit. And then I did like high heat radiator flat black, because that's what I grabbed. And did a pretty hefty coat of black. And, you know, made sure I got it kind of 100% covered. And then I just went to town on it. Sandpaper, hammer, rocks. I just beat the daylights out of it. My son helped as well. He got a kick out of just being able to beat the wood. So yeah, anyways, we roughed it up, threw it around. I mean, it, you know, again, we really put it through hell, but it turned out great, because it definitely looks distressed and aged. And I did a couple of test shots outside, and the lighting isn't great, and it was kind of overcast, but not like a good overcast. But from what I can tell, they're going to work. So yeah, so that was really fun. And I would encourage you guys, if you've got any inclination to work with your hands, and you know, if you've got scraps laying around, or even if you just go buy, you know, go through heavy trash day, and keep an eye out for piles of old fence or whatever, or just go buy wood and let it sit out for a couple weeks or something. But you know, fortunately, I had a nail gun and a miter saw, and I mean, I guess that's really the only tools I use, and spray paint, you know. But yeah, I mean, I would encourage you guys to do this, and I was talking to Tom about it, and he said, yeah, you know, making them yourself is awesome, because it's exactly what you would want. And I went in thinking, okay, having the old fence post is great, because it's just a nice weathered, textured look. And the shiplap that I painted and beat to, you know, hell, I really did not have it in mind that it was going to look like that. Initially, I was going to do just white and just sand the bejesus out of it. And I still have quite a bit of wood left over that I could build another one. I may do this. I may build one that's white and sand the bejesus out of it, and then throw some stain on it to darken the wood that shows up. But I just wanted to get crazy with spray paint layers, and I love the little touches of green and blue that came out in this one. So it reminds me of like an old boathouse or something. So I don't know. You guys will have to let me know when you see it what you think, and you know whether or not it's good. But we'll see. And now the other thing, and this is, you know, another tip for anybody that ends up doing this. Like I did this, and now as soon as I have the opportunity, I'm going to undo it. We have a dresser in our bedroom, and you know, in the top drawer is all my gear, all my EDC gear, and then the second drawer is like handkerchiefs and stickers and boxes and stuff like that. And oh my god, these vultures won't move. Good god. If I would have been going a little faster, I could have hit them. Not that I would want to. That would suck. Anyways, so I have a drawer that's all my camera gear. So like tripod stuff, you know, video heads and video lights and flashes and stuff like that. But so I cleared everything out and put these photo backgrounds, I guess you'd call them, in the drawer, and then I proceeded to cover them up. And so next time I want to go use them, it's going to be a pain to get them out. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to get them out, and I'm going to make some kind of handles. So whether it's like I'll run some rope through one end, or maybe I'll go to Lowe's or Home Depot or something and actually get like a handle to put on them, or just like a U-hook or a D-hook to hang them up. But I'm going to hang them in my garage so that they're easily accessible, because everything in my garage is pretty organized. So, but yeah, I was thinking about this last night after I put them away because I wanted them to have a place. Like, this is where they go. I didn't want them just sitting around. And then I thought, man, that's going to suck. Next time I want to use them, I have to take all that crap out just to get them out. And so, I'm going to figure out a way to make them not buried. Good God, I am sorry. I swear I'm not trying to set a record for most yawns in a 20-minute episode. But yeah, so that was my weekend. My mom was here. We went shopping and thrift shopping, and that was fun. And I got some other cool photo props that I'm not going to talk about yet because I just want to share them in pictures. I think they'll be cool. But we enjoyed going and shopping and running around. We did some DIY stuff. I built those photo backgrounds, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun, and I would encourage you guys to get your hands dirty and try to do some of the same. And if you don't have tools, right? I know, like Lowe's and Home Depot, they will cut wood for you. I don't know how. I think there are some limitations on how small they'll cut it. But if you're worried, man, I can't fit an 8-foot board in my Honda Civic. Well, they'll cut it shorter for you. So, if you don't have a saw, go there. But I would say you'd either at least need a drill, and you could drill in the wood. I used a little nail gun because it was just faster and easier, and I don't want to split the boards with bigger screws. So I use little tiny 18 gauge brad nails, and then fortunately I have a belt sander, just like a 4x36 that has a really rough 80 grit belt on it, and I just sanded down the ends of the nails that stuck out, so that worked out perfectly, because they were sticking out maybe like not even a quarter of an inch, like but just enough that I wouldn't want to like grab them and have it go into my palm or something. So I was able to sand them off, so that was nice. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, there's a million different ways to DIY something like this, and honestly, I had everything on hand, so it cost me $0. But if you were to go buy a piece of wood, I mean, that's a few bucks, unless you go dumpster diving and find it on heavy trash day, and somebody tears down an old fence. But most of this stuff, screws or nails or whatever you're going to have on hand. If you don't, nails and screws are a few cents a piece. And I could have not painted them at all and just let them weather and wear. But I wanted something, that had some color to it. But yeah, I mean, you can do these for really cheap. They were fun though. And this wasn't gonna be an episode just about these photo backdrops, but that's kind of what it turned into. So I hope you guys think that's a cool idea. Got a lot of decent feedback on Instagram when I posted them on my story, like, hey, these are cool, or oh, I should do this. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. But it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to go and try to find something, some kind of texture or something to emulate. And I actually had the idea to build, I think the next one, if I don't do another shiplap one and just sand it and stain it, I thought about doing building, like, instead of building them on a small frame, just building like literally a small shallow box, like a frame with a border around it, just so that it was just deep enough to hold like some rocks or some gravel, or even some dirt or something, like just something to put in it. Again, you build the the frame or the backdrop or the texture, and then you can kind of control where it is and the lighting and stuff like that. So anyways, that's what's going on. Anyways, I hope this was not super boring. I hope you guys find that somewhat interesting. I highly recommend, if you have the opportunity, build yourself some photo backdrops. And then again, you can kind of, like, we have an old table outside I would shoot on, but the lighting would have to be just perfect. And now I have the same kind of texture with those fence posts, but I can bring it inside and control my lighting. So I'd highly recommend you guys take advantage of doing something like this. It was super easy, and you know, it was a lot of fun. So let me know if you do this. If you end up trying this, tag me in a post so I can see it. And I'd love to see y'all's ideas. I've got a couple more ideas in mind, and so I may make them and share them with you guys. But yeah, anyways, I'm at the office. I'm about to go in. I hope you have an awesome day, an awesome week, a good morning, a good evening, afternoon, whatever, whenever you're listening to this. Thank you guys again for the continued support. Be sure to rate us on iTunes or Google Play or wherever you're listening. Just give us a rating and leave us a review. Those really help. And share this with your friends. Share it on your story. You know, talk about it. Tag us in posts when you share. Let's grow this thing a little bit more. But until next time, we'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Hope you have an awesome week. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.